Today we're at Old Warden Tunnel, and here's the entrance. There's a little hole there. As far as I know, this tunnel was closed in 1962. It's part of the Bedford Hitchin line. It looks like there's a lot of debris, as you can see. Old cars and different bits and pieces, engines. But it wouldn't take too long to sort this place out, so I'm going to venture inside. I'm all alone, so I'm a bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, cheers, bye. As you can see, it's a very straight tunnel. It's very straight. It's almost flat as well. Almost. There's a lot of graffiti in here. Apparently there's lots of bats in here, so nature reservists have arranged for this to be put in place so they can fly in and out at will. There's quite a bit of dripping water, not too much. It's amazing that the last train that came through here would have been probably a steam engine, perhaps a diesel, who knows. Just so everybody knows, one of the last uses of this tunnel was the filming of a stunt for the movie Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, which I'll take a snippet of that and put it on the end of this video. Thanks. I'm going to walk to the halfway point and I will continue to film from there. Thank you. And my torch. There's nothing in here at all. Nothing. So what a crap torch. Oh, anyway. Right, that's the Hitchin end. Exit. Thing I will say about walking in here is that if you don't have a torch, you will crap yourself. Because A, you cannot see the floor, and B, you don't know what's alive down here. And C, I didn't tell anyone I was coming, so if anything ever happens to me down here, I'm a goner. Well, I'm a goner now, but at least I can see where I'm walking. This is the first time in my whole life that I've actually done something like this. Oh, I'm in water now. I don't know if you can see that, it's quite wet. So anyway, my visit to this tunnel is primarily based on the fact that I believe that it could be reopened, this particular section of the line, to Hitchin, as it was once upon a time. Unfortunately, the Bedford section won't be used because it's now an estate with houses on it. But if you could branch off from, say, the Bedford-Bletchley branch from between Wootton, Broadmead and Stuartby, you could effectively come east from there, which would allow Bedford Station to be used as a main hub station. Back in its day, Bedford St John's would have been one of the stations that you would have had to catch the train from to get here. But of course, any plans that they come out with in the future, they would probably want Bedford Midland Station to be the main hub, not Bedford St John's, not reopening that particular section of the line where it branches off towards Cardington and towards Blenheim. But I think I'm about halfway now. Ooh, it's so scary. I don't even know if there's an exit to get out at this end, but we'll see. I'll keep the camera rolling so that if anything does happen to me, then there'll be a record of it. See, apparently there's bats up here. I can't see any bats, can't hear any bats. I think I just want to keep moving, to be honest. Funny thing is, at the entrance there's no wind at all. There's no wind in here either. It seems very, very quiet, almost too quiet. Mind you, if it wasn't perfectly quiet in here, I don't think I would have walked this far. What does stagger me is the amount of cans and things that are in here. Do people actually hang out in such a place like this? I can't imagine it myself, but I don't think it's a great hangout type place. Obviously this was a 2-track tunnel. As far as my recollection goes, it was closed in 1962. Before the tracks were pulled up, around 1965, they made the movie Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, and a few of those stunts were done around the Cardington area, which is just behind me. And those stunts were done, one of the stunts was actually done at the entrance of one end of this tunnel. I would imagine it was probably the entrance I came in, but I don't know for sure. Might be this entrance up here. So it's Last Hurrah was a movie, which if you get it on DVD, it's the scene where an aeroplane lands on top of the train and the pilot gets out and starts running along the train as the train is approaching the entrance to the tunnel. It's a bit of a comedy type film, so I'm sure there's a comedy element to it. We've got some drainage going on here. So I'm almost at the Hitchin end. It's getting a little bit more dangerous to walk, and there's quite a lot of water drainage on this end of the tunnel. Try not to walk in any potholes. I don't want to disappear in this tunnel. Oh, I'm walking in water. And who the hell brings down a stick that big? Ooh. Some huge puddle down here. I don't know if you can see that. Seems to be an awful lot of water dripping on this side. I would imagine since the water's on this side, this is where the bats would be. Ooh. This isn't like Keith's little documentary he did, where you could ride a bike and quite happily just go in from one end to the other. This is definitely a much more scarier ride. I feel more like I'm in a cave than a tunnel, to be honest. Alright. There's a big puddle over here, and I don't want to be in that. I definitely want to come out the other side and see what you can see from that side. This looks like it's filled in on this side, or at least was attempted to be filled in. Oh. My God. Yes, definitely if you come here, come with a partner. Come with 5 or 6 people, because to be honest with you, this isn't exactly what you'd call a ball. I'm not exactly having a blast down here. I don't suppose it's much different from any other train tunnel, even one that's in use. I guess there'd be water dripping in that as well. The only difference is there'll be tracks and trains coming as well. So here we are. Don't need my torch anymore. Flashlight if you're in America. Cool, that's a big climb up there, isn't it? Look at that. I can hear living things again, that's a nice sign. It's taken me approximately 15 minutes, I think, to walk from one end to the other. I'm going to get really muddy here, I can tell. I've got to use these shoes to get back in my car. So, I need some boots really. Oh crap. I think I might fall here if I'm not careful. My God. This is really steep. Ugh. My God. You need dynamite here. Ugh. Yucky poos, it's all slippery and slimy. Well, you can definitely see on this side that the tunnel must have continued. Or there's no way it could have gone through all this. Lots of birds. Apparently this is a nature reserve for birds. The strange thing is that this little river is directly in front of the tunnel. So, don't know if you can see it, so I'll zoom in. So there you go, it's right in front of the tunnel. So if they did reopen this, they would have to drain all that out. That would be a bit expensive, wouldn't it? Anyway, it's so overgrown here, there's nothing much else to see. So I'm going to sign off and head back through the tunnel, hence I came. There you go.
Those magnificent men in their flying machines, they go up to the up, they go down to the down. They enchant all the ladies and steal all the scenes with their up to the up and their down to the down. Up, down, flying around, looping the loop and defying the ground. They're all rightfully keen, those magnificent men in their flight.
He's not supposed to carry passengers.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! No! Enchant all the ladies and steal all the scene with their up to the up and their down to the down.